Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all the people born in the year of the Rooster. So let's give these a shuffle up and see what we have got for you guys this week. Let's just have a little move about, and we will take, oh, I don't know. Keep dropping them a little bit. Let's start there. Take that one from the bottom, that one from the middle, that one from the top. What have we got? White, black, white. Okay, well let's give them a flip over and we'll see what the compatibilities are like, because just because we've got the white doesn't mean it's always all right, and when we've got the black doesn't mean and it's always an attack. So let's see where we are at. We have got that tiger card there. Again, when I say compatibilities, I'm looking at the compatibilities between the tiger and the rooster people, or your personality in comparison to the tiger. It is in a positive place, and I think that I guess in some ways, although you're not compatible, you're not incompatible, and you're in an okay place right now. The tiger is a protective card. It is a card of emotional and romantic sort of aspects as well. And I think right now you're feeling quite confident, you're feeling quite good, you're feeling quite excited about something exciting is happening. And I think this has got something to do with maybe friends or colleagues, or I don't think it's so much a relationship as in a sort of romantic lover kind of one, but definitely something to do with maybe some close friends, best friends, and just basically getting to maybe hang out with them a little bit more, or see them and you haven't seen them in a while, or maybe, you know, you just getting to do what you want to do for a change. And some of that is actually going out and seeing friends and hanging out with friends, and basically just doing what you want to do and not having to, I suppose, in some ways answer to anybody else. But there is a lot to consider. There's a lot of stuff coming your way, and I think right now you're making the most of it. It's almost like the sun is shining, so it's time to make the hay, but you're not oblivious to the fact that there could be some rain clouds, so you're trying to get everything done. You got your list, you're crossing things off of it, you're checking through it, you're realizing that potentially you haven't got time to be a perfectionist in this, and potentially you've just got to get things done. So you're going to have to put on the charm. You're going to have to basically turn these mountains into molehills so that they're more manageable. That is now your responsibility, I think, or your sort of obligation here. Is there are a lot of obstacles on their way, and we're going to need, or they, or whoever it is that is involved, is going to need your expertise in this to get through. There are people relying on you, and there are people that recognize your skills. You've got that horse now jumping in, which is actually in the same triangle as the tiger, another romantic kind of card, but it is in the negative there. So potentially romantically in a relationship, things are a little bit up and down. Maybe it's kind of I don't know, cooling off a little bit after a period of I don't know, exciting kind of new kind of vibes there, but it's now starting to, I don't know, come out of the honeymoon period. Maybe it's time for something to be refreshed a little bit. Maybe it's time to find some more excitement, or bring excitement back around, have a date night perhaps, or, you know, you got this here I feel is about going out, seeing friends, meeting out with friends and stuff like this. But I think you're neglecting the romantic aspects of your life, and even if you're single, maybe it's now time to start thinking about dating. I think right now you're looking at I suppose, a place where if you are single, you're not necessarily wanting a relationship because you think it's going to be too much hassle, and if you are in a relationship, you're potentially feeling like it is too much hassle. But I think that's only because there isn't I don't know, a spark there that you have the ability to reignite. Like I say, maybe a date night, maybe make some plans to have some adventures together, or go out and do something, have a night in and do something. You know, don't don't sort of neglect that side of things. And as I say, if you're not in a relationship, maybe it is time now to start looking at the sort of potentials of meeting somebody, or maybe potentially trying to find somebody that you can take out on dates and sort of see if there is any sort of romantic element to it. I think right now it's okay for you to say, oh no, that's okay, I'm all right exactly as I am, I'm actually quite happy. But are you? Are you though? Because you don't seem to be moving anywhere. That is a negative horse, and a negative horse doesn't go anywhere, and that equals frustration. That equals temper. That equals sort of animosity, resentment. It offers a lot of negative traits in itself, just because that horse isn't moving. And if you aren't moving anywhere, Mr. Rooster or Mrs. Chicken, then you are going to remain in that place of negative shroud, or that sort of rain cloud above your head for the foreseeable. It's all right concentrating on, I don't know, the exciting things and going on these adventures with yourself, or going out there and doing all of these things, but is there something that you are neglecting? Maybe that is something that you do need to consider. But we have got a white horse jumping in there, which is actually quite interesting, because it looks as if that you could have this in the bag anyway, and you've already resolved it because you are a rooster. And after all, as a rooster, there is nobody that thinks like you, and potentially you'd already pre-thought this or pre-planned this, or you already thought there was something going on and something amiss. And because of that, you're already on top of it, and you're already ahead of the game. Potentially you've already figured this out, and now you've gotten over that, and you're managing to move on through it, or not. Who knows? You know, you could just have this waiting around the corner for you, just to hit you really hard. Sometimes romantic elements and stuff like this come out of nowhere, and they do take control very, very quickly. And I think right now, as you're in a place where I feel like you do have the upper hand, or you could gain the upper hand, you now have an obligation to be responsible with having the upper hand. You want to stay clear of just unnecessary arguments, because there's no point in that. You know, you've got you've got that love of adventure, you've got that love of activities and doing things, and handling challenges and approaching challenges, and basically, as I say, being relied upon to be that person that people can look up to and turn to. And that's all well and good when it's your friends or your work colleagues or even family, and they get to turn around and look at you and go, yeah, we know that you've got our back. But we got to make sure that your partners or relationship aspect is something in the same sort of realm as that as well. I'm not saying that you have to treat the person that you're with exactly the same as your longest, closest friends, or, you know, family members that, you know, have always been there for you, especially if it's somebody you've only just met or only just started dating. But you should definitely hold time for them and make time for them in order to solidify the connection that you may or may not have. You know, you need to be sure of this. And I think this is what this is saying now, as you move forward from this stagnant horse to this now moving forward horse, that potentially you've already figured this out, and you've already either moved on from it, or you've started to come to some sort of resolution and conclusion to fix it. And I think as you do, you're going to start moving forward with that, and you're going to move forward quite progressively. I think with the horse there, I mean, compatibility wise, horse and rooster, that's like speed and progress in a very kind of unconventional way. And I think right now, that's exactly what is needed. It's for you to do exactly what you do in the way you do it, because there are people that are looking up to you and they are relying on you, and there are only some sort of things or certain things that only you can bring to the table. So we are kind of relying on that a little bit. But there is also that person or something or someone or somewhere out there, your soulmate or love of your life or whoever it is that you're with, they also need that attention too. So don't forget that, and kind of consider that, you know, if you are single, this may be the time to start looking out and potentially finding somebody to date. But we'll find out, won't we, next week when we come back, and we'll do another reading for the Rooster peoples. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button. I will be back tomorrow for a reading for the dog and the boar people. If I don't see you then, I'll see you next week when we come back and do another reading for the Rooster people. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.